suppose, Lacey, when you're doing it with people that you act alongside every day, it's quite hard then, is it, to keep a straight face sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes it is. Sometimes I do burst into laughter, you know, you can't help it, but I didn't realise I did it so much.
Well, talking of stern looks, can you at home do steely like Stacey?
Well, we are now going to talk about our girl, because you, Lacey, you've just taken on the role of Molly, an army medic in Afghanistan. And now this was supposed to be a one-off, wasn't it? But it was so popular. The BBC have now made it into a series.
I think we were all sort of really blown away. We didn't expect the reaction that it got. You know, I remember sitting there and I was texting Tony, the writer, and I was just like, what's happening? He was like, look on Twitter. And we just couldn't believe it. We were so sort of blown away by it.
Yeah.
We never expected anything like that. So it was lovely for them to come back with a second series, or a first series.
Well, let's have a look at you struggling to adapt in Afghanistan. Here we go.
It said, Lacey, it's tough stuff. I watched you do the one-off back in 2013, and as Matt said, then you were training to be a medic, weren't you? I mean, how has the story then moved on for this new series? What happens to Molly?
So this series picks up sort of from where the last one left off. She goes through her training, and this is her being deployed to Afghan to fight on the front line.
Yeah, and you had some proper training, didn't you, from proper army personnel? I mean, it was a medic that trained you to dress the wounds and stuff, wasn't it? What did you learn then? I
learned everything. I mean, we had the most fantastic military advisors, Nigel and Daryl, and they were just fantastic. I mean, Nigel was there 24/7 to go through everything, you know, wrapping up a bandage, stuffing it, you know, tourniquet. He just did it with me over and over again. And he was there for all of us, for the boys and everything, you know, from picking up a weapon to running to marching to...
Because you've got to get it right, haven't
or
you?
if we were just getting a bit lazy, he'd shout. You know, it was like...
As if you were probably in the army.
Yeah, Lacey, stand up.
And that was shot... It was South Africa, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So was it boiling hot?
It was really hot, yeah. And we were sort of, for quite a lot of time, we filmed sort of in between two mountains, so the heat just sort of stayed trapped in that little gap. So it was hard, yeah. It was like 42 degrees at points, but yeah. And you sort of put your socks on and you think, oh, this is so wrong.
Yeah, and you had
I should be putting on a bikini.
But but that's the thing, because it doesn't half bring it home to you. You know what soldiers are doing out there.
It's just it's such an eye opener. It is so unbelievable. I just don't know how they do it. Just to move in all that kit. You know, it's just big. It's here. It's, you know, you can't put your arms by your side. Just moving in it is such a big deal. You know, let alone being shot at. I don't know how they do it. I really, I just, it's amazing.
And you were saying that some of the extras were actual proper army personnel. I mean, how much pressure did you feel then, Lacey, trying to pull off this role when they were sort of in the background watching you?
Well, it's quite hard when you're the only girl, really. I mean, you sort of know they're gonna take the mick out of you before you've even started. But when we got back to the UK, we did quite a lot, and Nigel had got quite a lot of real soldiers together, and we did a few scenes, and I run like a girl because I'm a girl, and they just like laughed, and I'd collapse at the end of it because I'm not a real soldier, and they'd be like, come on, get up, and you think, all right, fine.
Bet you were fit. Is anything coming back though?
I'm coming. Well, you'd think that, but actually I was more unfit because I was so sort of using up so much energy. I just ate so many carbs, and when you're in South Africa, the meat is so nice. It was like steak and mash and steak and mash.
So you came, well, yeah, good.
I came back like...
Well, talking of real soldiers, we asked troops serving in Camp Bastion and